This is a difficult video to make because I normally post meme videos on my channel, and I think my last commentary video was about Ariana Grande, so I don't normally post about politics. But as a person who lives in a blue state, I hope it can stay blue. As a woman, I want to see a woman become president, especially a woman of color. As a Muslim, I want a candidate that prevents Islamophobia. As a person, although beyond those things, who believes predominantly on logic, I don't want identity to blind me from observing candidates based on their capacity for upholding genuine leadership or standards of leadership. A candidate who not only believes in humanity, but the practical power of the administration. So creating policies and not just spreading awareness on them, but implementing them in a practical way. The only way to do that is to really look at policies that each candidate holds dear, and not only their campaign promises, but their track record. Their verifiable actions matter. That's the only way to not only remain neutral and really appreciate a candidate who not only lets their actions speak for themselves, but make me truly proud of them when they happen to be women or people of color. Because we've already seen a track record of excellence from white male candidates. Let's be real. We have plenty of incredible examples of white men who happen to have transformed this country for the better, like FDR, Lincoln, Wendell Phillips, who is like a civil rights activist. He really put his butt on the line back in the day, it seems, when you read about him. And it's great to see that this country is willing to make space now to show that history isn't just about them, that anyone can be great. Plenty of women, plenty of people of color, that it's not too far-fetched to believe that there's other people in this country that are also capable of being great leaders, that are also capable. That's what equal opportunity is all about. But so far, I've been extremely disappointed and depressed, honestly. And I really want so badly to like the Harris and Walz ticket. But if you want to really know the impact they are having on the Democratic Party, look no further than the way their audiences have been treating protesters. Particularly the way they have behaved at the DNC. It's already been really weird at the DNC, especially with Lil Jon coming out. Like, everyone loves Lil Jon, like, at their 7th grade sock hop, but I didn't expect him to really be part of, like, the DNC or politics, really. I'm absolutely disgusted by the hypocrisy of the Democratic audiences this year. The way they have tried to silence protesters has contributed to a mass divide in the party, and it's creating a mass risk to this country. While they think silencing protesters is a way to bully them into voting for Harris instead of Trump, what they are doing instead is dooming the blue ticket. It's insane. If you really want Trump to win, why not care about the uncommitted voters? Show some real empathy, otherwise you aren't actually a blue voter. You've created blue MAGA. You're a nationalist, loyal to a fault. These protesters are the real patriots. They care about ending a genocide, which is precisely what our country fought for in World War II. They care about our tax dollars going to help people in this country, not just supply socialism to a right-wing foreign government and their colonial project. A right-wing government that would very much vote for Trump. I thought this was a bipartisan concern where our tax dollars go, because I remember 4 years ago it was all about student loans. I don't want my taxpayer money to go to student loan forgiveness. That's paying for them. Like, so you don't care about our taxpayer money going to student loan forgiveness, even though our taxpayer money doesn't pay for any student loan forgiveness. It just gets canceled. But you want our taxpayer money to go to another country and pay for their socialism. It's weird. It's really weird. Apparently you can go to the DNC, wear an American flag outfit, and tell people who actually care about our tax dollars and defending the same values that our country fought for when they fought Nazis to shut up. Blue MAGA has single-handedly become the thing they have claimed to fight against. They just tell Harris to make, just tell Harris to make blue hats that say "Make America Great Again" on it, and that audience will eat it up. But there is time. There is no progress without an arms embargo. Only false promises. And there is no difference between a false promise and a lie. If they hate Trump for being a liar, they should also hold Democrats to the same standards. And I'm not telling you to vote green. I'm telling you to stand up to the party that actually has a chance of winning, but also very well be self-defeating their own chance of winning. Demanding an arms embargo is about defending American values and making our leaders work for us. I know they will deliver on hardline issues like abortion, which is why they are still a great option. But we cannot underestimate the issue of Gaza, because it's not just an issue, it's a testament to American values. It's a reality for Palestinian Americans whose families are being massacred, a horrifying, gory movie brought to life, and we paid for it. They can make an arms embargo happen overnight because she's vice president, and they can only single-handedly put their money where their mouth is if they really want to carry this election to a landslide victory. So do the right thing if you really consider yourself a Democrat. Otherwise, you're just another fascist with a sky-colored hat. We already know that Trump supporters are traitors, but these current protest silencing Harris supporters have already come in second, and they will be the reason that this election makes Harris come in second. So if you truly care about this country and truly care about Harris Walz winning this election, then do what needs to be done, because many Americans, I'm sure many of your grandparents, fought for that. And honestly, an arms embargo will be the reason abortion rights are saved. And a lot of people think it's the other way around, that if the protesters just shut up and pick Harris, then abortion can be saved. And that if you just pick Trump, abortion will be saved. But in reality, it's not about picking between Harris or Trump. It's about really talking to the uncommitted voters and giving them a chance to speak on that stage and convincing them, because they're already 60% convinced. It's not Harris versus Trump. It's call for an arms embargo if you want abortion, because ultimately an arms embargo will lead the ticket to victory, which will cause the Democratic Party to win, which would hopefully make abortion rights a real thing in this country again. So it's not Harris versus Trump. It's arms embargo and abortion or nothing. Because if they were truly pro-choice, they would defend the choice and minds of protesters, join them in calling for an arms embargo, and have everyone unilaterally lead the ticket to victory. But yeah, honestly, I'm just like the rest of what I wrote down about wanting to give protesters proof that this country upholds basic morality and ending a murderous rampage and stopping this revenge campaign. Like, it's just, if they can just stop silencing protesters, then they'll be, they've honestly become no better than the traitors who stormed the Capitol and did that in the name of their leader. Like, I really don't see loyalists to the blue ticket silencing protesters as any different as storming the Capitol at this point. Because, again, I'm from Illinois, I'm from Chicago, which only Chicago really seems to be blue. The rest of the state could very well turn red at any point if Chicago didn't turn out. And as a kid, I remember it being beaten into my brain, like, really, like, how important learning about the Holocaust was, and how important it is to recognize that Jewish people were the victim of genocide, and they told us never again. And it just doesn't make sense to me that it's like you can show a child, this is what genocide is, and then the child grows up to go, hey, isn't that what's happening there too? And then they go, oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's weird. It's very, very hypocritical. And it just doesn't make sense for our money to be going to a right-wing fascist country where they're benefiting from socialism that's paid for by us. So I really truly believe that Blue MAGA has destroyed progress in this country and really very well might have doomed the blue ticket overall. And honestly, I could just go on and on about this. I just really hope for the best at this point. I really hope that common sense can win in this country overall, because ultimately continuing this genocide also is anti-Semitism. It is anti-Semitic to continue a genocide, because then you say genocide was okay, and then you say that what every soldier that fought in World War II did was for nothing. So you're insulting them. You're insulting any American who was taught to really appreciate what they sacrificed. And then you're telling them that now genocide is allowed, so they fought for nothing. So anti-Semitism is automatically being pointed to as the reasoning for this. Like, it really hurts a lot of Jewish people, and it hurts a lot of Muslims like me, because naturally a lot of people want to say, oh, it's anti-Semitic to not support Israel. So then is it Islamophobic to not support Palestine? Like, again, you're just pitting two groups of people against each other, when it was never just about these groups of people. It was about Christianity to Palestinian Christians, Palestinian overall, and then there's Christians, of course, in Israel too. You're just doing a complete disservice to humanity. And this DNC has just been unbelievably weird, and it's just hard. It's so cringy to watch all these people in these American flag outfits just silencing people that are 60% convinced to be on their side. Like, just... And RFK Jr. already stepped down, so that's already strengthened Trump's chance of winning. So why don't they want it to be such a strong point that these uncommitted voters feel so confident about the Democratic Party that they won't vote for Green? Because we all know that if anyone votes Green, that 5% or 1% is going to be the margin of victory that could have been a win for the blue ticket. And an arms embargo would lead to a victory that would allow for abortion rights to be a thing. Like, it's just... So vote for abortion rights. If you want to vote for abortion rights, call for an arms embargo. And if you call for an arms embargo and they do it, we already won. Then we already won. It's not even like... It's like a really bad football game. Like, I'm a Bears fan, so I already know what a lot of bad plays look like in a team. A lot of, I forgot what that one play is where they just throw it parallel and just throw it away. Like, yet last year was a bad year for the Bears, and that's what it feels like. I should not be comparing American politics to football, but that's what it feels like watching these protesters get silenced. It's like watching the Bears make a bad play over and over and over again. It's like, really? You want these people on your side. You want protesters to vote for Harris. That's why they're there. They want to vote for Harris. They made it a point to show up and say something, and you silence them, and then you claim to be against MAGA. Pretty weird and uneducated. So yeah, that's my video, and hopefully I don't feel so compelled to make a political video again. Hopefully things just work out in this country, and I hope I don't feel as afraid anymore as a Muslim, or really make identity the center of anything in my life anymore, because as a kid it wasn't. It really didn't matter to me that I was brown or a woman or like Muslim. Like, it was just, everyone cared about the Backstreet Boys when I was a kid. That was it. So yeah, now you guys looked at my weird looking face for too long. So anyways, thank you if you got this far. Thank you for listening, and I hope I made sense. I hope I can be understood. I hope this leads to a meaningful discussion, and I hope an arms embargo happens for the sake of this country and for the sake of American values and for the sake of humanity. So, thank you.